Dean Heil of Oklahoma State is one of the most controversial wrestlers of the last 10 years. Today I'm going to outline why he was such a controversial figure. Through his wrestling, Dean single-handedly forced the NCAA Rules Committee to invent a rule because he was so good at wrestling off his back. That's right, the rule we know today as the danger rule was almost single-handedly invented because of Dean Heil. There wasn't one situation or one incident in which Heil wrestled off his back and was successful in not giving up a takedown and even scoring a lot of his own. He did it consistently. This match here against Jimmy Gulabon is maybe the most famous example of Dean Heil wrestling off his back. Many feel that Dean should have been called pinned in several of these situations. That may be a fair argument, but he never got called pinned when wrestling off his back like this. So let's get into the match and we'll talk more about Dean Heil's controversial style as the match goes on. Dean is wrestling George DiCamillo of Virginia at 141 pounds in the 2017 NCAA Finals. This is episode 16 of Match Monday. If you're enjoying the video so far, please go ahead and thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications as it's going to get you a lot more awesome wrestling content. I apologize, the referee is blocking this first takedown, so it's kind of hard to see, but it looks like maybe Dean hits a post to a double, finishes very clean, and goes up 2-0 about halfway through the first period. DiCamillo is going to cross hand fight and get his elbow inside of Dean's hand here, and he is going to circle out. DiCamillo earns his escape to make it 2-1. Some nice technical bottom wrestling there. We move into the second period. Heil has chosen bottom, and he is still up 2-1. Heil seems to often like to get to his butt to escape. DiCamillo gets his leg in. Heil does a nice little high knee to almost like a knee slide to get back to his butt. He fights hands and is able to escape. It's now 3-2 in favor of Dean Heil. DiCamillo goes right on the attack. He goes underhook, snap down, right into a high crotch, and he's going to elevate Heil, and Heil loves being in this position. They end up getting to more of a crackdown position, but DiCamillo wants to come up, and Heil has no problem with that. He loves being in this waterfall position defensively. Heil hits a pretty clean leg pass, and it looks like DiCamillo is still going to come behind, but Heil's able to stay on that leg. It goes against the joint, and DiCamillo tries to hop back over, and Heil is now in the driver's seat with his own crackdown. Dean Heil in Oklahoma State in general love being in this crackdown position and are very successful there. Dean switches off to a double. DiCamillo is sprawling. It actually goes to roll Heil through and throw him, but no points are awarded. It is challenged and confirmed, no points. Back to the action, DiCamillo is going to hit the old pull and go lefty high C. Heil initially is stuffing this high crotch with a sprawl and he's working for a go behind, but DiCamillo is being stingy with it. As Heil feels DiCamillo coming up, he just kind of allows DiCamillo to put him back in the waterfall position. This is where Heil likes to be. Heil likes to lock in the crotch from this position. If guys put him to his back, he'll hit his leg pass through this crotch lock. Heil's trying to get his feet out right now, but DiCamillo has them both collected, so they're going to stalemate it and restart. 10 seconds to go in the second. Heil gets hit for stalling. DiCamillo in on a shot, and they're in this waterfall position again, and Heil is going for the crotch. Heil ends up on his back, so he goes to his leg pass and is able to roll DiCamillo through, and time runs out in the period. Late in the third, Heil is able to get to his high crotch, dump DiCamillo to his butt in that crackdown position, double off, and score another takedown to go up 5-2. DiCamillo got an escape earlier in the third to get a second point. DiCamillo does earn an escape to make it 5-3, but riding time is a factor. DiCamillo gets to a shot. They go waterfall. It's hard to tell if DiCamillo isolated the leg or if Heil kicked him over, but either way, Heil is right on his back late in the match, and a lot of people here think that he was pinned at one point. Now, Heil is able to get to his belly. He gets DiCamillo's leg, and he's able to sit here and burn off the rest of this clock without giving up any points. So Dean Heil is going to win his second straight NCAA title against George DiCamillo. The next year in 2018, which is Dean Heil's senior year, the danger rule would go into place. During Heil's sophomore and junior seasons, he went a combined 64-1. However, in his senior year, when the danger rule was put in place, he went 25-7, failing to even make the podium at the NCAA tournament. To my knowledge, there's never been any report of Dean Heil suffering an injury or any circumstance that would explain Dean Heil's drop in performance other than the danger rule. This is why Dean Heil is one of the most controversial figures in the last 10 years in NCAA wrestling. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you can keep getting awesome wrestling content. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.